Hello, dear people. I believe with my next video series, I'm gonna answer one of the most frequently asked question of you. This question is related to real estate market in Batumi, the most realistic real estate prices, real estate market overview with factual things. I'm gonna share with you facts about my investment, how much do I get from my own real estate investment in Batumi. Now let's realistically speak about Batumi. Is real estate market booming Batumi is gonna collapse anytime soon, or what is going on? Well, as you know, Batumi is known for highly construction uh, buildings. The construction projects in Batumi are way more than in Tbilisi. I think so. Even though the population in Batumi is way lower than in Tbilisi. What's the reason behind it? As far as you know, Batumi is summertime resort, and back in I think not more than 10 years ago, the housing market was really booming because there was not such an amount of buildings as an amount of tourists, so many people even would rent their own houses where they would live, and they would just live somewhere else in the villages, for example, during summer, because rental yield was so high it was worth for them to rent their own houses during the summer. There was undersupply in real estate market, and soon after real estate market, let's say real estate project developers found out about this market gap between supply and demand, and the construction started that never ends. If you look at the projects right now, there are really so many high class international five-star hotel brands are present in Batumi. Many of them are still under construction. So many, each of them has their own malls, restaurants, their own shopping areas, gym, spa, everything inside, everything is high class. Sometimes people will think, what is it for? Because Batumi is not highly populated area. It just like I told you, for local people, it's really the supply for this kind of facilities are way higher than the local people. Obviously, those things are not meant for the local people. It's meant for tourists who come for summer in Batumi, and summer season is 2 months, in a best scenario 3 months. Now it's really hard to talk about real estate market in Batumi during COVID situation, right? Because COVID ruined everything, but most of all tourism. Is not it so? All this lockdown affected tourism sector the most. Of course, last 2-3 years was deadly for Batumi. It was not good. We need to talk about now what it will be like after pandemic. We will go to the before pandemic phase. Now, I think we should talk about this with numbers. We have to compare the prices, the number of tourists traveling to Batumi before and after pandemic, and the growth of the number of tourists coming to Batumi before and after Batumi, to see how hugely really pandemic affected this market. So the pandemic affected a lot Batumi real estate market, so it's really hard to predict when, for not only for me, there is nobody else out in the world who could tell you when all this will finish and when we will go back to the previous stage. All right, and now we need to answer the question: is it worth to invest in real estate Batumi at this point? uh I like, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not your financial advisor, and if you want to make any investment, you should make your own research. I'm just talking about my own experience as a local person who was born in Batumi, what I would do. At the moment, I would not like I would buy a property in Batumi, but it depends what kind of property you will buy. You know what I mean? Properties with direct sea view, it's always gonna rent. You will always have income on that. But or properties inside the city, not sea view, partial sea view, even small properties, the supply is a lot. There is oversupply. Maybe after pandemic, if everything goes back, it will work. I don't know, but at the moment, it's like not working as it should be. You will get some return. Don't get me wrong. You will get some return, but not as 15-20% that you probably expect when you invest in real estate overseas, right? And now we get to the question which is asked a lot. Is 15% and 20% return on real estate in Batumi? Probably not. I need to be honest here. I know I'm a real estate agent. I help people to invest in Batumi, but I need to be honest. It's not all about money. Yeah? But people come to me, tell me, ask me to help them find something which will get them 15%, 20% return, and it's not even possible. I can't promise them something like this. And I know there are some companies in Batumi that promise you the fixed return on your investment, but you need to be very careful about that. In my observation, when companies are promising something like this, oftentimes something is not very good with their financial position, especially if it's an under construction project, right? You need to be very careful with that. You will, I guess, have hard time to find these company financial positions, because I'm not sure even if it's a public information, but you need to be careful. I'm not saying that the project is most likely not gonna finish. It's not happening here. It's the matter of another question. It will gonna probably finish, but will it finish in the conditions agreed upon? It's the question, because there are some projects that has not finished on time, has not finished in the shape was promised initially, and so on. Now on to the next question. Is it possible that real estate construction projects not get finished? Usually, but in Batumi, in Georgia, the regulation is so that construction projects are getting finished. Most likely, in 99% of scenarios, it will get finished. The question is the standards. Is it in relevance to the standards that you are used to see in the finished project? That's the second question. So be very, very careful to pick the company for you, and not pick the company because they promise you the fixed return, because something may be fishy, maybe not 100% it will be, but as per my experience, something may be fishy in this kind of deals. First of all, it would be the financial position of the company, or it will be the price. Are you sure it's not overpriced? It's make sure you take proper risks and assess risk and reward. And now, what's the best investment that you could make right now in Batumi? Back to the topic that I started earlier. Yeah, I would buy property, and I bought this summit property for my own investment in Batumi. But what was it? Well, yeah, definitely nothing is gonna beat seaside sea view properties, because it's anyways, no matter how many buildings you build, seaside flats always gonna be in scarcity because, like, even if it's a high floor building, there is just a few floor with direct sea view, right? This kind of properties are unbeatable. You will always have rental clients, or the you will not have hard time selling them. It's always on demand. As for other type of flats, partial sea view, in the city, I don't know if you are thinking about investment returns, of course, because there are too many flats at the moment, and that, as you know, this all these restrictions and COVID thing, it sounds like never ending. If there is any update, make sure you subscribe to this channel because I will talk and update you with updated market situations always. And I found a niche which is booming right now in Batumi, and I think it's most promising if you buy those type of properties because there is not supply of those kind of properties, and there cannot be much supply of it because of some reason. And these are villas which I also bought, which I will share about information, how much I paid, how much of the return I get, and how you can get these deals. So if you want to know more, please subscribe and stay tuned. I want to say bye for now and have a great day. Thanks for watching. I want to say bye for now and have a great day. Thanks for watching. I hope it was useful. Would you be interested in making investment in Batumi? I'm here to help you with that. I will be your real estate agent. Make sure you contact me. You can find my contact information on my website.